Hey friends, my name is Aveno, and this is my true story. I am 25 years old, and I am from Brazil. But just 5 months ago, I could not speak even one full sentence in English. I was scared to say hello to anyone. I could not ask, "How are you?" without feeling nervous. My mouth was dry. My brain was slow. I wanted to speak, but the words were stuck. It was a very bad feeling. But now, 5 months later, something big has changed. I can speak. I can talk to people. I can understand. And I did not spend a lot of money. I did not go to America or the UK. I did not use boring grammar books. I learned English with simple tools. And I learned English fast. Today, I want to share my journey with you. This is not just my story. This is your story too. If you feel shy, scared, or confused when speaking English, then please listen to my story. I was just like you. And if I can learn in 5 months, you can too. So welcome to Bookzo English. Let me tell you what happened. My journey started with a big failure. It was a moment that hurt my heart. That pain gave me the power to change everything. Let me take you back to that day. I was trying to get a remote job online. I am a designer. I make logos and websites. I worked hard for years. I studied design day and night. Finally, I found a good company. It was a dream job. They sent me an email. They said, "We love your work. We want to interview you." I was very happy. I told my family. I told my friends. Everyone said, "You will get this job. You are so talented." I felt proud, but I was also scared. The interview was in English. I thought, it's okay. I will try my best. I believed I could do it. But when the day came, I opened Zoom and saw three people on the screen. They were speaking so fast. Their English was very quick. My heart started to race. I could not understand them. My hands were shaking. Then they asked, "Aveno, can you tell us about yourself?" I wanted to say many things. I had the answer in my mind. But no words came out. I said, I design. Good work. I do logo, website, nice. I knew it sounded bad. I knew they were confused. They asked me another question. I did not understand it. I said, "Sorry, can repeat?" I was sweating. I was lost. After 5 minutes, they said, "Thank you for your time." That was it. No job. No second chance. I failed. I felt like a loser. That night, I cried. I felt small. But that pain became my fire. I said to myself, "This will never happen again. I will learn English. I will speak with confidence." And from that moment, my journey started. I did not go to school. I did not buy a course. I did not join a class. I made my own system. And now I want to give that system to you. In my first 15 days, I did not study grammar. I did not study new words. I focused on what I already knew. I made a list of 50 simple sentences. Sentences I needed every day. Like, "How are you? Can you help me? I don't understand." Every morning, I spoke these 50 sentences 10 times. I said them loud. I used my hands. I used my face. I felt the words. In just 1 week, my mouth was faster. My mind was clearer. I did not think in Urdu. I started thinking in English. I also spoke to myself. I know it sounds funny, but it helped me a lot. In the morning, I said, "I am brushing my teeth." At lunch, I said, "I am eating rice." At night, I said, "I am tired. I want to sleep." I turned my whole day into an English practice. I was my own teacher. I was my own student. I did not care if it sounded silly. I just kept talking. And soon, the fear was gone. I also started shadowing. I watched English videos with subtitles. I listened to one sentence. I paused. I copied the sentence. I said it 10 times. I tried to match the voice, the feeling, the speed. This changed everything. I started to sound natural. Not like a robot, but like a real person. I did this every day for 30 minutes. I felt strong. I felt happy. My confidence was growing. But I wanted more. I wanted to have real conversations. So I started a new method. I call it question and answer. I asked myself a question. Then I answered. Then I answered again, with more words. For example, I asked, "What did you do today?" I said, "I worked." Then I said, "I worked on a website." Then, "I worked on a website for 2 hours." Then, "I worked on a website for 2 hours." Then I made tea and watched a movie. Every time, I added more. My brain became faster. My English became longer. I did not stop. I did this every day. I even recorded my voice. I listened to myself. I fixed my mistakes. And I smiled when I sounded good. I also started to listen to English stories. I listened again and again. I copied the words. I wrote them down. I said them out loud. I told the same story in my own words. My brain was learning. My tongue was moving. I started to feel like a real English speaker. But this was just the beginning. There were more things I did. There were more struggles, more wins. And I will tell you all in the next part. Are you ready for the next 1,000 words? After 1 month, I started to feel different. I was not afraid of English anymore. I was starting to enjoy it. I looked forward to speaking. I looked forward to learning new things. But now, I needed to go to the next level. I wanted to understand fast English. I wanted to reply quickly. I wanted to think and speak at the same time. So I started doing something new. I started listening and answering at the same time. I found short videos. I played one sentence. I paused. I answered it in my own words. Then I played the next sentence. Again I paused. I answered. This was slow, but very powerful. My brain was learning to listen, understand, and reply, all at once. I also started talking to my phone. I opened the camera and recorded myself. I asked questions and answered them. Like, what do you like to eat? I answered, I like to eat rice, meat, and fruit. Then I asked, what is your favorite movie? I said, my favorite movie is a story about courage. Every day, I recorded one video. I watched it. I saw my mistakes. Sometimes I smiled. Sometimes I felt bad. But I never stopped. I kept going. I was growing. I also started using real conversations. I downloaded an app with audio dialogues. Very simple ones. Like two people talking at a shop. Or two friends talking on the phone. I listened to the full dialogue. Then I played just one line. I shadowed it. I copied it 10 times. Then the next line. Then the next. After that, I tried to speak the whole dialogue alone. First, I read it. Then I closed my eyes and spoke from memory. This helped me remember whole conversations. It also helped me understand native speed. In the second month, I saw a big change. I was not just speaking. I was enjoying it. English was not scary anymore. It was fun. I also joined one English group online. It was free. We talked once a week. In the first meeting, I said just 2 sentences. But in the next, I said 5. Then 10. I started asking questions. I started answering. I made mistakes. But I did not feel shy. Because everyone was learning. Everyone was making mistakes. That group became my safe place. I was not alone anymore. I had people with me. That gave me more energy. I also started using English for fun. I watch cartoons. I watch funny videos. I listened to slow English music. I sang the songs. I wrote the lyrics. I read short English stories. I spoke the stories aloud. I even told those stories to myself in my own words. It was fun and easy, but it was also deep learning, because now I was using English in real life. I was not just studying. I was living in English. In my third month, I made another big step. I stopped using subtitles. I watched videos without them. At first, I understood only 30%. But I kept going. My ears got stronger. I understood 50%, then 60%, then more. I also started writing. I kept a daily journal. I wrote about my day in English. Simple things. Like, today I cleaned my room. Then I went for a walk. I felt happy. Writing helped me see my grammar. It helped me think clearly. I also read my writing aloud. So it helped my speaking too. I started thinking about everything in English. If I was cooking, I said, now I cut the onion. Now I add oil. If I was walking, I said, the sky is blue. I see a bird. My brain was becoming English. And I was doing all this without stress. I was not worried about being perfect. I was just focused on being better than yesterday. I had no exam. No pressure, only progress. In my fourth month, I started teaching a little. Yes, teaching. I made short videos. I explained easy English sentences. I said, this is how we say I am hungry. This is how we say can I help you. I posted these on my small channel. Some people watched. Some people gave nice comments. I felt proud. I was not perfect. But I was helping. That gave me power. That gave me purpose. I also started reading English messages on websites. I read English comments. I joined English groups. I answered questions in English. I was learning every minute, even in my free time. In my fifth month, I looked back. I could not believe the change. 5 months ago, I could not say one full sentence. Now, I could speak for 5 minutes nonstop. I could talk to people. I could understand videos. I could ask and answer questions. I could think in English. I felt free. I felt strong. And I knew one thing clearly. You don't need to be perfect to speak English. You just need to practice every day. You need to talk to yourself. You need to repeat real English. You need to enjoy the process. And you need to believe that one day, you will speak easily. That belief is very important. If you believe you can, then you will. But if you always say, my English is bad, I can't do it, then your brain will believe that too. So say good things. Tell yourself, I can speak. I am learning. I am growing. These small words are like fuel. They will help you move forward. They helped me. I am not a genius. I am just a normal person. But I stayed consistent. I made English part of my life. And you can do the same. This is my message to you from Bookzo English. Never give up. Never stop. And remember, you are better than you think. You are learning every day. And one day soon, you will speak English with confidence, just like me. In the 6th month, something amazing happened. I got a message from the same company that rejected me before. They said, hi Avenil, we saw your new designs. We would love to interview you again. My heart started beating fast. I felt nervous, but I was also ready. This time, I was not scared. This time, I had power. I said to myself, you can do this. I opened Zoom. I saw the same faces. But this time I smiled. I was calm. They said, can you tell us about yourself? I said yes. I am Aveno. I work as a designer. I create logos, websites, and simple apps. I love design, and I have worked with many clients. I spoke slowly. I spoke clearly. I did not panic. They asked more questions. I answered all of them. Not perfectly, but confidently. I made a few mistakes, but I didn't stop. I kept going. I kept speaking. And after 20 minutes, one of them said, "Thank you, Ave no. That was a great interview." I smiled again. I felt proud. After 2 days, they sent me an email. It said, "Welcome to the team." I could not believe it. I had done it. I got the job. The same job I failed before. But now I had passed. And it was all because I learned English in 5 months. I did not pay for a course. I did not leave my home. I did not waste time. I just worked smart. I used simple tools. I practiced every day. I spoke to myself. I listened and repeated. I copied real English. I made small videos. I joined small groups. I made English fun. And now, I want to help others do the same. That's why I started my channel, Bookzo English. I want to give you the same tools. I want to give you hope. I want to tell you, you are not too slow. You are not too late. You are not bad at English. You just need the right method. You need to speak more. You need to stop studying only grammar. You need to stop memorizing boring words. You need to talk. You need to listen. You need to repeat. You need to copy. That is how I learned. That is how I grew. I know many people who are stuck. They study for years, but they cannot speak. They read books, but they cannot talk. They know words, but they freeze in real life. I was like that too, for years. But now I understand the truth. Speaking is a skill, like swimming. You cannot learn swimming by reading a book. You must jump in the water. You must move your arms. You must make mistakes. And then, you will learn. English is the same. You must speak it. Every day. Even if it is wrong. Even if it is simple. Speak anyway. That is how I started. With baby steps. And soon, I was walking. Then running. Now I can speak with clients. I can send voice messages. I can join meetings. I can help others. English is now my tool. It is not my fear anymore. It is my friend. And I wanted to become your friend too. In these 5 months, I learned one big lesson. Confidence is more important than perfection. Let me say that again. Confidence is more important than perfection. I still make small mistakes. But I keep talking. And people understand me. They do not care if I say A or the wrong. They care about my message. They care about my ideas. So don't wait for perfect grammar. Don't wait for perfect words. Just speak. Make English your daily friend. Use it when you cook. Use it when you walk. Use it when you look at the mirror. Say, "Good morning." You are learning. You are growing. Talk about your food. Talk about your family. Talk about your dreams. This is how you grow. Slowly but truly. And remember to use real English. From real people. From movies. From shows. From YouTube. Copy the voice. Copy the tone. Copy the feeling. Do it 10 times. Do it every day, and your mouth will learn. Your ears will learn. Your brain will learn. You do not need a special talent. You need simple steps. You need daily practice. You need to believe in yourself. I know some days are hard. I know some days feel boring. I had those days too. I wanted to quit many times. But I always remembered why I started. I wanted to speak. I wanted to work. I wanted to grow. I wanted to help my family. So I kept going. Even when I was tired. Even when I was sad. Even when no one believed in me. And now, I am so happy I did not give up. Because now I speak English. And this has opened new doors for me. More work. More friends. more confidence, more life. You can have this too. You just need to start. Start today. Speak today. Don't wait. You already know some English. That is enough. Use what you know. Grow from there. Speak small. Speak simple. But speak. That is your secret. That is the key. You don't need 5 years. You don't need expensive schools. You need only one thing: a strong reason, a deep reason, a big why. If you know why you want English, you will not stop. You will find a way, just like I did. I believed. I practiced. I spoke. I listened. I copied. I repeated. I improved. And now I am free. That is the power of the English learning process. And I did it all in just 5 months. After I got the job, many people asked me the same question. Aveno, how did you learn English so fast? I always smiled and gave the same answer. I learned because I practiced every day. I learned because I spoke to myself. I learned because I did not wait for the perfect time. I just started. Then they asked, but what method did you use? And I said, my method was simple. I spoke. I listened. I copied. I repeated. I improved. That's it. Many people still think English is about grammar. But I don't believe that. I think English is about habits. If you speak for 30 minutes every day, your English will grow. If you copy real English sentences every day, your brain will change. But if you only read grammar books and never speak, you will stay the same. That's what I learned. In these 5 months, I did not follow any grammar book. I did not learn big words. I learned only what I needed. I learned what I could use in real life. That is the smart way. That is the fast way. For example, I did not study the difference between will and going to for hours. I just used them. I said, I will go now, and I am going to eat, and I got used to them. My brain learned by doing, not by reading. That is how babies learn. That is how I learned. And that is how you can learn too. I want to give you some simple steps now. Steps that really help me. Step 1. Speak every day, even if it's only 5 minutes. Speak alone. Speak to the mirror. Speak while walking. But speak. Step 2. Copy native speakers. Use YouTube. Use short videos. Repeat their sentences with the same sound, the same speed, the same emotion. Do this 10 times every day. It will help your mouth. It will help your ears. Step 3. Write something in English every day. A small journal. A short story. A simple message. Then speak it aloud. This will improve your grammar and speaking together. Step 4. Stop thinking in your first language. Try to describe things in English, even if it's not perfect. Say, I like this chair. It is soft. It is brown. I sit here every day. That is thinking in English. Step 5. Enjoy the process. Use English with music, with movies, with funny videos. Don't make it boring. Make it fun. That way, you will never quit. These are the things I did. And they worked. They work better than anything else. Now I am not afraid of speaking. I do not freeze in meetings. I do not feel shy when someone asks me a question. I reply. I smile. I speak. This is the power I want for you. Maybe you feel stuck now. Maybe you feel like your English is not improving. But believe me, it can. You just need small daily steps. You need 5 simple actions every day. Not big, not hard. Just 5 small steps. And after 5 months, you will be shocked by your own progress. You will say, wow, I can speak now. I understand now. That feeling is amazing. It gives you power. It gives you freedom. That's what English gave me. And now I want to give it to you. That's why I made Bookzo English. Not to teach big grammar lessons, but to share real stories, real steps, real results. I want you to feel this change. I want you to go from scared to strong, from silent to fluent, from confused to confident. And yes, it is possible. I am the proof, and you will be the next proof. Just don't stop, even if it's slow. Even if you fail one day, just come back the next day. Speak again. Listen again. Copy again. Grow again. That's the secret. That's how I did it. I remember some hard days. I remember when I said a sentence wrong and someone laughed. I felt bad. I wanted to quit. But I said no. I will not stop. And the next day, I spoke again. And again. And again. And now, nobody laughs. They listen. They respect me. Because I worked for this. Because I earned this. And you can earn it too. Just start now. Even if you can say only 2 words, say them. And tomorrow, say 3. Then 5. Then 10. One day, you will speak full sentences. Then full stories. Then full conversations. Just like I do now. It starts with one step. Just one. So please, my friend, take that step. Right now. Speak one sentence. Say it out loud. Say it with feeling. Say, I can speak English. Say it again. I can speak English. Good. That's the first step. You're on your way now. Don't stop. I believe in you. I really do. Now you know my full story. From zero English to speaking clearly in just 5 months. From fear to confidence. From silence to speaking. But let me tell you something very important before we end. My journey was not special. I am not a genius. I am not super smart. I am not rich. I am just a normal person. Just like you. I had a dream. I had pain. I had fear. But I also had one thing deep inside. I had a reason. A big reason. And that reason pushed me every day. That reason helped me wake up early. That reason helped me practice even when I was tired. That reason helped me when I made mistakes. So before you start your English journey, please ask yourself this question. Why do I want to speak English? Write your answer. Is it for your job? Is it for your future? Is it to study abroad? Is it to talk to people around the world? Is it to help your family? Whatever the reason is, make it strong. Make it personal. Make it yours. That reason will become your engine, your power, your light on dark days. I had many hard days. Days when I felt tired. Days when I thought I was not improving. Days when I wanted to go back to Urdu. But I remembered my reason. And that helped me take one more step. Then another. And another. Step by step, I changed. That is how change happens. Not in one day, but in many small days. You don't need a big start. You need a small start. And a strong finish. So today, speak just one sentence. Tomorrow, speak 2. After 1 week, speak 10. And after 1 month, you will surprise yourself. After 5 months, you will shock yourself. And after 1 year, you will become a new person. A person who speaks English. A person who feels confident. A person who is not afraid to speak. A person who helps others. That is the power of this journey. English is not just a language. It is a tool. It is a door. It opens new worlds. It gives you new friends, new jobs, new ideas, new life. I am so happy I started. I am so happy I did not wait. I am so happy I failed that interview. Because that failure became my gift. That pain became my push. And now I speak. Now I work. Now, I live in a new way. And you can too. All you need is a plan. All you need is practice. All you need is belief. And all you need is to begin. My final message is simple. Don't be afraid of English. Don't think you are too old. Don't think you are too late. Don't say I can't. Say I will. Say I can. Say I'm learning. And say it every day. Speak to yourself. Speak to your phone. Speak to your mirror. Speak in your room. Speak in your kitchen. Speak in your mind. And one day, you will speak to the world. That day is not far. That day is close. Just keep walking. Just keep speaking. Just keep growing. And remember this always. Mistakes are good. Mistakes are part of learning. Don't run from mistakes. Run into them. Make them. Learn from them. And laugh. Yes, laugh. Learning can be fun. Don't be serious all the time. Smile when you speak. Laugh at your silly sentences. Enjoy your small wins. Celebrate your progress. Be kind to yourself. Be proud of yourself. Every step counts. Every word matters. And now, your journey begins. This is your story now. I told you my story. And now it's your turn. So please, my friend, don't stop here. Keep going. Speak today. Speak tomorrow. Speak again and again. You will get better. You will get faster. You will get stronger. And one day, someone will ask you, how did you learn English so well? And you will smile and say, I started with one small sentence. I believed in myself. I practiced every day. And I never gave up. Just like I did. And when that day comes, please share your story. Tell it with pride. Tell it with love. Because someone else is waiting to hear your voice. Someone else is waiting to believe. Your story can light their fire. Just like my story lit yours. This is how we grow. This is how we help. This is how we learn. Together. Thank you for listening. Thank you for walking with me. Thank you for believing. Now go speak. Go shine. And always remember, Bookzo English is here for you.